So welcome you all to more online classes. We started the concepts of circular motion. Last 3 classes we completed synopsis of circular motion. So today we will start the exercise questions of level 2. Okay? Circular motion level 2 questions. First question. Question number 4. Stone of mass 0.5 kg attached to a string of length 2 meters and is wheeled in a horizontal circle. If the string can withstand the tension of 9 newtons, what is the maximum velocity with which the stone can be wheeled? So question number 4. Stone is rotating in a horizontal circle. Tension value given. So this by a string of length given it as 2 meters. The string can withstand the maximum tension given. T value is equal to 9 newtons. Okay. Now they are asking us to calculate what is the maximum velocity. V maximum value is equal to how much? We know that for the string to rotate in a vertical circle, the centripetal force is provided by tension in the string only. T is equal to m into V maximum square divided by R. Okay? Here mass also given. What is the mass of the body? The body which is attached to string having a mass of 0.5. Here radius value itself is equal to length only. Then what is V maximum value is equal to V maximum is equal to root over, can I write as T into in place of R L divided by U. So which is given by root over. So T value is equal to how much? 9 into L value will be equal to 2 divided by how much? 0.5. Okay. Then what will be V maximum is equal to root over. This is 90 into 2 divided by 5. Correct? Decimal. To remove the decimal, keeping 0 here. Then here, so 5 ones are 5 eights are. Then 18 into 2 is 36. Root 36 value 6 meters per second. So this is the maximum speed with which the string can be rotated in a horizontal circle. Understand now? Question number 4. Next one. Question number 5th one. So what is this question is? A car is moving with a speed of 30 meters per second in a circular path of radius 500 meters per second. If its speed is increasing at the rate of 2 meters per second square, the net acceleration of the car is. So what does it mean? Car is not moving with the same speed. Motion is non-uniform circular motion. When a body executing non-uniform circular motion, it having two accelerations are there. One is of radial acceleration or tangential acceleration, centripetal acceleration, and one more is of tangential acceleration. Correct? Radial acceleration because of change in magnitude of direction of velocity. Tangential acceleration is due to change in magnitude of velocity. What is the formula for AC? Here let me write the data. First I will calculate AC value. AC is equal to V square divided by R. What is V value? So it is moving with a speed how much? 30 whole square. So 30 into 30 divided by R value. What is the radius of the circular path? That is of 500. Correct? Then AC value will be given by, so AC is equal to, here 0 cancel. So what we can able to consider is 5 ones are 5 6 are 18 into 3 is 8, 6 into 3 is 18 by 10. That is a 1.8 meter per second square. This is the acceleration of the car due to change in the direction. Now acceleration is increasing at a rate. Acceleration increasing means that is the tangential acceleration, 2 meter per second square. So this is as per given data. They only given the velocity value. Velocity given it as 30 meters per second, and they only given the radius value, that is of 500 meters. First I calculated centripetal acceleration by the formula V square by R. I got AC value 1.8 meter per second square. Then I calculated 80, which is 2 meter per second square. So when I know AC and 80 both are perpendicular to each other. The resultant acceleration given by parallelogram. By using the parallelogram law, what is the formula for A given by A is equal to AT square plus AC square, right sir? So which is given by A value is equal to, what is AT value? 2 square plus AC value 1.8 whole square. How much I get? So which is the value of root over 4 plus this value how much? 3.24. 18 is 324, which is 3.24. So total value, so AC value, A value is equal to root over how much I will get? 7.24. So 7.24 square root value will be equal to very close to 3. So the answer will be of 2.7 meter per second. Every time no need of checking with the calculators. So by seeing the answers you will estimate here. So this is close to which one? 7.27. The value will be exact square root is 9. 9 value 3. So answer will be of less than 3. But this is the formula for which motion? Non-uniform circular motion. That is the question number 5th. Next one. Question number 7th. So what is this question is? Car is traveling at a speed of 36 km per hour on a road. Mu value is equal to 0.5 between the tires and road. The minimum turning radius. So question number 7. What is the speed with the car is moving? So V value is equal to 36 km per hour. Can I write 36 into 5 by 18? 1 km per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meters per second. 18 ones are 18 twos. So velocity is given by 10 meter per second. Now what they given now? Coefficient of friction given. How much it is? 0.5. The car want to take a turn. In order to take that turn, that radius value, what they are asking us to calculate, what is the radius of the turn. But here important point is, for any particle to execute circular motion, centripetal force is needed. So in case of which one? In case of car is moving on a road, the frictional force between the tires and car will provide necessary centripetal force. So to have the centripetal force value maximum, frictional force also maximum. Centripetal force given by m into v square by r. Frictional force formula mu into m. Know that na? This you will come to know in laws of motion. So whenever a car is moving, for example, if initially car is there on a level ground, total weight of the car is acting vertically downwards. Normal action value given by m. Correct? So n value is equal to n is called as normal reaction, which is equal to mg. Then what can I able to write is m into v square by r will be equal to how much? Mu into m into v. Always remember, whenever car is moving on a unbanked road, the necessary centripetal force is provided by frictional force. Frictional force formula, coefficient of friction definition you know. What is the definition for coefficient of friction? It is the ratio between the frictional force by normal reaction. So from this we can write Fs value mu into m or mu s into m. Then mv square by r is equal to, so mu into mg. M value cancel. So what is the value we want to calculate? R value we want to calculate. So what is the value of R is equal to? R value is equal to v square divided by mu into g. Correct? So R value, v square value 10 square. 10 whole square na? So 10 into 10. 10 square divided by 0.5. 0.5 only na? Into g value not given, but all options are not there in decimals. If they are in decimals, you can consider it as 9.8. I only told you, if they are not given, take the value 9.8. But here if I take 9.8, I will get in decimals. So that's why I am taking it as 10. Then what is the radius is given by 100 divided by 5. So answer for R is equal to 20 meters. This is the radius of the circular part of the turn in which car is moving. Okay na? Center of mass, that centripetal force, we discussed some examples. This is also one example. For taking a turn, the necessary centripetal force is provided by frictional force between which one? Between the car and the tires. Question understood now? Next. Question number 8. So what is this is? The angular displacement of a particle is given by theta is equal to t cube plus t square plus t plus 1. They asking what is the angular velocity after 2 seconds. So we know that angular velocity omega is equal to d theta by dt. This is instantaneous angular velocity, rate of change of angular displacement. Then omega value d by dt of, so t square t cube plus t square plus t plus 1. Then apply differentiation, what I will get? This is d by dt of, separately, d cube plus d by dt of t square plus d by dt of t plus d by dt of 1. Regarding the differentiation, some formulas you should know. What is that one formula is? What is the derivative of x power n? d by dx of x power n is given by n into x power n minus 1. And derivative of any constant, if k is a constant, d by dx of k value is equal to 0. So I think you know already these two formulas. When I apply these two formulas, what I will get? Omega value is equal to, what is d by dt of t cube? N value 3, the n into x power n minus 1. X means t power 3 minus 1. So what I get? Omega value is equal to 3 into t square. Derivative of t cube 3t square. Derivative of t power 4 into t cube. Derivative of t power 5, so 5 into t power 4. Then what is derivative of t square? So t square derivative is of plus 2 into t plus, what is the derivative of t? Here dt cancel. Derivative of t is equal to 1. What I will get? The answer is 1. Why it is 1? So if you take as per this formula also, nothing is there means 1. So 1 into t power 1 minus 1, that is 0. So something power 0 is equal to 1. Then we get 1. And d by dt of 1, it is constant. Derivative of constant value is equal to 0. Therefore, what is omega? Omega is equal to 3 into t square plus 2 into t plus 1. They are asking angular velocity. So after how much time? T is equal to 2 seconds. When t is equal to 2 seconds, what is omega? 3 into 2 square plus 2 into 2 plus 1. So which is equal to 3 into 2 square value 4 plus, this is 4 plus 1, which is equal to 12 plus 5, which is equal to 17. What are the units are given by? Radian per seconds. Understood? I told you, whenever you want to calculate the instantaneous angular velocity or instantaneous angular acceleration, compulsory we needed a differentiation. Whatever the chapter we discussed, compulsory the minimum basics of differentiation and integration needed for us. The minimum formulas, not complicated formula, some basic formulas. In differentiation 1 4 to 5 formulas, in integration 1 4 to 5 formulas. So you have to go. Okay, this is question number 8. Next question number 9. This question also similar to that of, so previous question. A coin is kept at a distance of, how much distance? Coin kept at a distance of 10 centimeters from the center of a turntable, circular turntable. If mu value is 0.8, the frequency of rotation with the coin just begin to slip. When circular turntable is there, on this circular turntable one coin was given. The distance of this coin from this center, so that distance is given as 10 centimeters. Actually, when the turntable is rotating, so what happened to the coin? Coin also will rotate in a circular path. Who will provide necessary centripetal force for the coin to rotate means the frictional force between the table and coin will provide necessary centripetal force. If the frictional force not there means what happened to the coin? Will fall down. Now they given so circular path turntable, mu value given. So radius given, r value 10 centimeters. So that is 10 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, which is given by 10 power minus 1 meters. So radius value open. Then we given mu value given. So mu is equal to 0.8. Frequency of rotation they asking us to calculate. So I told you centripetal force is provided by which one? Frictional force. Can I write mu into m? So what is Fc formula? M into v square by r is equal to how much? M into v square by r. Otherwise I can also write, because here I want a frequency. Can I write it as mr into omega square will be equal to mu into m value mg. Normal reaction is equal to weight. So m value cancel. Then what is omega value? Omega value is equal to root over mu into g divided by r. Correct? Then omega formula, omega is equal to 2 pi f. So 2 pi f value is equal to mu into g divided by how much? R. Okay. Then what is f value is equal to? F value is equal to 1 by 2 pi into root over mu into g divided by r. What is the frequency? What is frequency? The number of oscillations, number of rotations completed in 1 second. So frequency units hertz. It can be also RPS, a revolution per second also you can write. So another unit I will discuss. So first let me substitute the values. 1 by 2 into 3.14 into root over mu value how much? 0.8 into g value can I take 10 by r value how much? 10 power of minus 1. So then what will get? F value is equal to, F value is equal to, so this is 10 will go to numerator. So that will be of root 80. Root 80 divided by how much? By 6.28. Root 80 value approximately can I take 9, 8.999 something will get into 6.28. So this is RPS. RPS means a revolution per second. How many number of rotations completed in 1 second is called as a number of revolution per second. But all options, the answer is given in RPM, a revolution per minute. So what is the relation between RPS and RPM value is equal to? So 1 RPS value is equal to, RPS is equal to 60 RPM, revolution per minute, by minute, a number of revolution per minute. So that is 1 RPS value is equal to 60 RPM. Then what I get? Frequency value is equal to, so 9 divided by 6.28 into how much? Into 60. So this answer will be RPM. Okay, RPM. Simplify this. After simplification, you will get the answer is 84.54 RPM. Question understood now? Conversions are important, units are important. And one more important point you have to check is when you are going through the objective questions. So once after reading the question, you have to go through options also, because in which unit system answer is given. So as per that you need to convert. For example, if the given answer is in RPS, it is not necessary to convert into RP. Okay, so that is the question number 9. Next one. Question number 11. So what is this question is? Particle of mass m moving in a horizontal circle of radius r under a centripetal force minus k divided by r square. The centripetal force given Fc is equal to how much? Minus k divided by r square. Here minus sign is indicating attraction. Whether attraction will be there, so that time you will get the centripetal force value minus. Now they are asking us to calculate what is the total energy. Yesterday we derived one relation between centripetal force and kinetic energy. Whenever a particle having a kinetic energy E rotating in a circular path of radius r, the centripetal force formula is given by Fc value is equal to 2 into E divided by r. Correct? Which is equal to 2 into r. What is Fc given? K divided by r square. You consider only the kinetic energy will be always positive. I will substitute Fc value K by r square will be equal to 2 into E divided by r. R value cancel. So what is E is equal to? E is equal to K divided by 2 into r. K divided by how much? 2 into r. This is the value of kinetic energy. I want to calculate the total energy. Total energy is equal to minus of kinetic energy. This relationship will come to know. Relation between the kinetic energy, total energy and potential energy. Actually in chemistry also you will get in atoms chapter. So kinetic energy will be of minus of total energy. Okay na? But remember kinetic energy is a scalar quantity. Kinetic energy will be always positive. So no need of here taking a minus sign. So total energy value is equal to minus of kinetic energy. Then total energy is equal to so minus of K divided by 2R. Understood na? So this is question number. Yesterday we have seen, even if you want we can derive this. So kinetic energy formula E is equal to 1 by 2 into m into v square. Yesterday in synopsis we discussed. Multiply numerator denominator with R. Then what will get the answer? E value is equal to so m into v square by R into R divided by 2. Correct? mv square by R value is equal to Fc into R divided by 2. Then what will get? Fc value is equal to 2 into E divided by R. Direct relation we know. If I know this concept, directly I can do. If I don't know, I need to derive this. That is the use with the concept. When you know the concept clearly, because in objective questions you need to complete, so within only 1 minute. In order to save the time, you should have a proper grip regarding your concept. Okay? So that is question number 11. Next. Question number 12. A car is moving in a circular horizontal track of radius value 10 meters with a constant speed of 10 meters per second. A plumb bob suspended from the roof of a car by a string of length value 1 meter. The angle made by the string with the vertical. So a car is moving in a circular path. So here car is there. It is moving in a circular path. Okay. One ball is suspended from the roof. So I will show here the ball suspended from the roof. Whenever car is taking a turn, so car will experience a centripetal acceleration, centripetal force towards the center. Because of the centripetal force, what happens? So actually it is a non-inertial frame of reference. In non-inertial frame of reference, when car is accelerated, so bob will be, the pseudo force will act in a direction opposite. In Newton laws of motion, it will come to. Okay, so it will be acting away. So what happened to the bob? Bob will be displaced with an acceleration given by AC. Whenever a body was there in non-inertial frame of reference, will experience a pseudo force. That only centrifugal force. So that is given by what? AC. The magnitude of centripetal force and centrifugal force both are equal. Now at this point the acceleration due to gravity given by G. So here the angle made by the string with the vertical let me call theta. Then if I construct a parallelogram by using resultant of AC and G, so diagonal will represent the resultant. So this angle value is equal to, now we want to calculate this angle made by this string with the vertical. Are you getting our? Whenever car is taking a turn, so what happened to the bob will be displaced because of the centrifugal force. So acceleration value same as the centripetal acceleration. Acceleration due to gravity. Now we know that what is the formula for tan theta? Tan theta value is equal to G divided by AC. So how can you calculate AC value? AC is equal to V square by R. Okay? So V square by which one? R value. What is the radius? What is the speed they given? So speed with which car is moving it as 10 meter per second. Which are value can I consider? The speed of the circular track in which car is moving up, and what is the length they given now? So that value will be given it as how much? Suspended from the roof of a car by a string of length value is equal to how much? 1 meter. So here R value is equal to 1 meter. This is string length. Okay, R value is equal to 1 meter. Then what will get? AC value is equal to how much? AC is equal to V square by R. V square means 10 into 10. And one more important point here, R is not 1 meter because R is the radius of the circular track in which car is moving. So what is the radius value given it as? That is of 10 meters. Then what I will get? By R, by 10. Then I will get the answer 10 meter per second square. They not given g, even also here g value of take it as 10 meter per second square. Then what is the formula for tan theta? Tan theta is equal to, so g divided by ac, that is 10 by 10. How much it is? 1. Tan theta value is equal to 1. Theta value is equal to 45. Question understood now? Why this bob is displaced? Due to force acting on the bob. Car is a non-inertial frame of reference. So in non-inertial frame of reference, what will be there? A pseudo force will be acting. Okay? This is question number 12. Next, question number 13. So till now we discussed for horizontal circular motion. Now next questions are based on vertical circular motion. A mass of 0.1 kg rotated in a vertical circle using a string of length of 20 centimeters. When the string is making an angle 30 degrees with the vertical, the speed of the mass is 1.5 meters per second. What is the tangential acceleration of the mass at that point? Question number 13. A particle is moving in a vertical circle. So what is the mass of the body given? Body mass is given as m value is equal to 0.1 kg. It is moving in a vertical circle by a string of length value. So that is only radius. So r value given as 20 centimeters. Okay? When the string is making an angle 30 degrees. So here the string, it is making an angle theta. So theta value is equal to 30 degrees. The speed of the mass is 1.5. Can I call this point is A? This point is P. At this point, the weight is given by mg. So weight is resolved into two components. And this is theta. This is equal to theta. So this value mg cos theta. Mg cos theta balanced by tension. And what is one more unbalanced force? This is of mg sin theta. Correct? Mg sin theta. Now, so what is the tangential acceleration at point P? Tangential acceleration value is equal to g into sin theta. Directly you can calculate. We discussed it in synopsis. So g into sin theta. So g value I will take it here I should take g value 9.8 only. As per option, see 4.9 or 9.8. So g value 9.8 into sin 30 degrees. So what I will get the answer is of 9.8. Sin 30 value is 1 by 2. So which is equal to 4.9 meter per second square. Understood? This is the value of which one? Tangential acceleration. So here I will show this acceleration was there, and this is called as tangential acceleration, which is given by g into sin. Okay, na? That is question number 13. Next question. Question number 14. A 2 kg stone swing in a vertical circle by attaching it to end of a string value length 2 meters. If the string can withstand a tension of 140.6 newtons, what is the maximum speed when the stone can rotate? You know this. Whenever a particle is executing vertical circular motion, so where the speed is maximum at lowest point. So this is the lowest point is A. They given the stone mass of the stone is given it as 2 kg. It is swinging in a vertical circle by a string of length value. That length only called as radius. So radius value is equal to 2 meters. L is equal to R. So string can withstand maximum tension given T max. What is T max value? 140.6 newtons. The maximum speed at which they asking to calculate what is V max. So whenever a string is executing vertical circular motion, tension is maximum at a low area. What is the formula for T max? T max is equal to m into, even speed also maximum at lower end only, m into V maximum square by R plus mg. So what I will get m into V maximum square by R value is equal to T max minus mg. So what about the T max value? 140.6. minus m value 2. Here I have to take g value 9.8. So what I will get, the answer is of 140.6 minus this value of 19.6. So how much I will get? 121. So which is equal to m value how much? 2 into v max square by radius also 2. So 2 to cancel. What about v max square value? 121. What is the value of v max? V max value is equal to 11 meter per second. Okay, this is question number 14. You know that tension is maximum at lower end, tension is minimum at the upper end. Maximum tension formula m into v square by r plus mg. Minimum tension formula m into v square by r. That is, velocities are different, means m into v1 square by r plus mg, m into v2 square by r minus mg. This is the question number 14. Next one. Question number 17. So what is this question is, simple pendulum of length L carries a bob of mass m. If the breaking strength of the string is 2 mg, the maximum angular amplitude from the vertical can be 17 inches. Simple pendulum of length L carries a bob of mass m. So one simple pendulum is there, it carrying one bob of mass given m. If the breaking strength of the string, so that is the breaking strength value is nothing but T max. T max value is equal to 2 into m. So what is the maximum angular displacement they ask you to calculate? What is the formula for T max? So m into, can I call the velocity given at lower end is v1, m into v1 square by r plus how much of mg. So what will you get? M into v1 square by r is equal to T max minus mg, which is of 2 mg minus mg. Correct? So what will you get? The answer is given by m into v1 square by r is equal to mg. So m value cancel. So what will you get? The answer for v1? So v1 square value, v1 is equal to root over r into g. As per the given data, what is the velocity at the lower end value will be equal to root over r into g. We know the conditions. When velocity greater than root over 2gr, so less greater than or equal to, it is executing vertical circular motion. When velocity less than root over 2gr, then so it will oscillate. Here the body will oscillate. What is the maximum amplitude value they are asking us to calculate? You can calculate. Maximum amplitude is given by, can I calculate what is the height up to which it will go? Height value given by, so v square divided by 2g. That is given by r into g divided by 2g. So that is the value of r by 2. Whenever a body is projected with a velocity v1, up to what height the body will go, that is given by v1 square by 2g. But we know that here string is making an angle theta. So what is the height of the point from the ground? That height value h. This value r1. So can I write the formula for cos theta? What is cos theta? Cos theta is equal to 1 minus h divided by r. So written this formula many times. So from this angle, cos theta value is equal to r minus h divided by r. Otherwise 1 minus h divided by r. H value is equal to r by 2. So 1 minus r by 2 into r cancel. 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Cos theta 1 by 2. So what is theta value? So theta value is equal to 60 degrees. Correct? Okay. Question understood now? This is question number 17. Next question number 18. So what is this 18th question? A body is tied at the end of a string of length L. Here it is length L and is rotated in a vertical circle. The string just taut when the body is there at the highest point. Velocity of the body when string is in horizontal position. Question number 18. Body executing vertical circular motion. Body tied at the end of string length given, rotated in a vertical circle. String is just taut when tension when body was there at highest point. So here consider 2 points. And this is our lowest point A, and this is our highest point B, and this is our horizontal position B. Right? So what is the tension in this thing when it is there at the highest point? So can I call it as T2? T2 formula m into V2 square by R minus mg. So they telling that the string was taut, it was broken, it was left when it is there at B. When T2 0, so 0 is equal to m into V2 square by R minus mg. From this what I get? M into V2 square by R is equal to mg. So what I get the answer of V2? V2 value will be equal to root over R into G. This condition you know already. For a body to execute the vertical circular motion, tension in the string at the highest point should become 0. Taut in the sense here not break, string will become loose. So tension will become 0. So V2 value is equal to 0. Now they are asking us to calculate. So what is the velocity when string is at horizontal? So calculate the velocity at horizontal. I will apply law of conservation of energy. In many cases of this chapter we are applying this law. Whenever we want to calculate the velocity, applying the law of conservation of energy. According to this law, so total energy at B is equal to total energy at P. So this radius value R, this radius value R. What is the height of the point P? R. What is the height of the point B? That is of 2R. At B, body will having both kinetic energy and also potential energy. So what I will get? 1 by 2 into m into V2 square plus m into G into H value 2R will be equal to what about EP value? 1 by 2 into m into V square plus m into G into H1 R1. What is the height of the point B? R. At point P I call the velocity is V. Okay now? Then all the terms m value will be cancelled. Then which value I want to calculate? I want to calculate the value of V square. Then can I multiply all terms with 2? Then what I get? So V square value is equal to V2 square. V2 square plus so here actually what is there? 2gr minus gr. That I will get gr, but because of this 2 plus 2gr. So V value is equal to root over. What is V2 square value? So that is R into G plus 2 into G into R. Then what we get the answer is 1 by root over 3 into G into R. And every problem may not be solved on what is the method I am solving that. Even you can also think if any possibility is there for solving this question in any other method. When you try means, so you will get the, when you can able to try means when you get the concept clearly. Okay, this is question number 18. Next one. Question number 22. Two identical cars A and B are moving at 36 kilometers per hour. A goes on a bridge convex upward, B on a concave downwards upward. The radius of curvature of the bridges are 20 meters. The ratio of the normal forces exerted on each car when they are at the middle of the bridges. Two bridges are given here. One is of convex bridge, first one, and other is of concave bridge, second. So in both the cases, the vehicle was there exactly at the midpoint. So here is also at midpoint. So at this point, then what happened? Its weight is given by mg. Normally action is given by r1. Whereas at this point, its weight is given by mg, and normally action is given by r2. Correct? And they given the speed of the two cars. Two cars are moving with the same speed. So V value is equal to 36 km per hour. 36 into 5 by 80, which is of 10 meter per second. Okay? That radius given. So what is the radius of the track given? That radius value is of 20 meters. Now in this case, see, so centripetal force is downwards. So in case of convex, for convex bridge. So what can I able to write? Mg minus R will provide necessary centripetal force, that is mv square by R. R is the, here can I call R1, So what about R1 value? Mg minus m into V square by R. Okay. Similarly, for this R2, for which one? For concave. Concave. Even this concept also we discussed. Concave means, so centripetal force is towards R2. So then what I get? R2 minus mg is equal to m into V square by R. From this, what is R2 value is equal to mg plus m into V square by R. Therefore, now we got R1 value and R2 value. When you know the concept, R1 and R2 directly you can get. So now they are asking us to calculate what is the ratio of R1 by R2. What I get R1 by R2? R1 by R2 value is equal to, so can I take m common? If I take m common, g minus V square by R by denominator also m common, so g plus V square by R. So m value cancel. What is g value? G given 10 minus V square value, so 10 square by 10 square means 100 by R value given it as 20. In denominator of 10 plus 100 divided by 20. Then what will get? 20 ones are 5 are. 1s are 5 are. So numerator I will get 10 minus 5 by 10 plus 5. Finally, what is the ratio? I will get here R1 by R2 is equal to, so 5 divided by 15, which is equal to 1 by 3. R1 is to R2 is equal to 1 is to 3. Okay na? Question understood? Centripetal force provided in which case? This is for convex case and this is for concave. That is the question number 20. Next one. So this is the last question for this level 2. Question number 25. And this concept also we discussed. An inclined track ends in a circular loop of diameter d. From the what height the track on the track the particle should be released so that it completes that loop in a vertical plane. Question number 25. An inclined plane is there. The angle of inclination theta. So we consider one particle. It is started from sliding down from the top of the inclined plane of height h. When it reaches to the bottom, so what happens? It describes one vertical circle. That particle is describing one vertical circle. That circle diameter given it as d. Yesterday already written the formula. Can you remember that? So what is the formula for h? H is equal to 5 into r divided by 2, which can be written as, here r is the radius. So r value is equal to d by 2. Then 5 into d by 4. Answer over. Okay, still those who did not get. Okay, so this one okay na? So those who did not get this, which one? This concept, so you can check it. We will apply the law of conservation of energy. Let me call this is point A and this is point B. Here I need to consider the lower end are here. So EA is equal to EB. What is the formula for EA? At EA it having only potential energy. At B it having only kinetic energy. 1 by 2 into m into u square. Where B is the lower end of this vertical circle. Then m value cancel. G into h is equal to 1 by 2 into, so v1 square value is equal to execute the vertical circular motion, the formula given by phi theta. Then what I get? G cancel. H value is equal to 5 into, I will write small r, 5 into r by 2. But r is equal to d by 2. In terms of diameter, we want answer. Then what I will get? H is equal to 5 into d by 4. Understood now? So this is the question number 20. This is about the level 2 questions. In the next class, we will continue. So level 3 questions. Thank you.